and let's get into the week 3 recap where Rob, quite frankly, just absolutely eviscerated me. Now I'm going to propose we do this a little different, Rob, because we're like an hour and 20 minutes into this. So usually we stop, we give the result to each game, what you said, what I said, and we go on.
I think we should do a recap and review it because we were going to review it Thursday anyway. Or
that's what I'm saying. Let's just go through each of the games, and then at the end we'll give where we ended up total wise at that point. And then you can brag about how you whipped my tuchus to put a nice.
I say it's amazing how you want to do that when you have a shalapping of a week, an
actual
real ass kicking, not just what you said was an ass kicking.
It doesn't change the final score.
I mean, the final score is still in my favor.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't change it.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Like I said, brag.
It's okay. Brag away, dude. Because I'll brag before you with your ass. You know it. So.
No, see, you haven't put up one ass whooping. You just put up a good week. This is an ass whooping.
2 good weeks. 2 good weeks. But yeah.
To come back in week 3 and be ahead, that's an ass whooping.
But
that's anyway, I'm off my soapbox. Go ahead, start off, Drew.
Okay, start off with, of course, a Thursday night game, and of course, as always, we don't really mention much what happened because almost a week ago. Dolphins lose 21. The Bills 31 at that point. So yeah, next up.
Yeah, next up, you get the Rams going into the Eagles, and an awesome game. Let's call it what it is. Rams look like they're going to win it, but they wound up losing to the Eagles 33-26. Rams collapsed in the second half of that game. You could say the Eagles had some help with the refs, but let's talk about that blocked field goal for a return for a touchdown because that's the talk of nonstop.
Yeah, that's
it's one of 9 special teams touchdowns, or not offensive touchdowns, I should say.
Yeah, non-offensive. They were so non-offensive. But yeah.
Oh man, I should start off because I want to talk about this game.
Is my camera frozen on your end for some reason? On my end, I can't.
It is. You're giving me the Kanye West face.
I promise I'm not frozen or anything here. Let it go. So, go ahead and do the next one, and I'll try to see if I can fix that in the meantime.
All right, cool. You got the Packers going to Cleveland playing the Browns. Packs were up in this game. They were up 10-0, 10-3, and just over 3 minutes left of the game. Jordan Love was picked off by the leap, which led to a touchdown, which then caused the Packers to get the ball back, set up for a 43-yard field goal to have it blocked with just 24 seconds left. Sitting with a Green Bay fan, this has been absolutely funny to watch demise because the Giants have been terrible. So it gave me amusement to watch the Browns get a 55-yard field goal as time expires and to win it 13-10. And Drew, you're looking a lot better there.
Oh, not
your belly.
My belly shot. We're at the dad bod here. I restarted everything. Okay, there we go. Whew.
All right. So we're up on the Jets playing the Bucs. You want me to go over this?
I got it then. So Jets at the Bucs here, which was their 50th anniversary celebration, by the way, guys. So definitely a big one for them there. The Bucs went ahead and were just absolutely dominating initially to start this thing off, and then all of a sudden the Jets decided to remember there was a football game going on. The Bucs were up 23-6 with just over 10 minutes left to go in the game. Jets mounted a decent comeback though. Bucs went for a 43-yard field goal with just under 2 minutes left to go, and at that point they were up 26-20, and then the field, for some reason, like I said, this is that week. Every single game, pretty much, there was a field goal being blocked. It feels like. So field goal gets blocked. They return it for a touchdown. Jets are now up 27-26. Baker leads, though, Tampa Bay to a last-second field goal. I should say, with Sterling Shepard getting a nice grab actually to set up the field goal as well. Got to give props to the ex-Giant there, who we thought was washed, and apparently wasn't because there he is still playing. So Bucs win 29-27 there.
Yeah. Up next, you had the Steelers going into New England, where the Steelers D decided to actually play some ball. They had 5 turnovers on the day, which They had an interception in the end zone. They had a fumble recovery in the end zone. They were just all over the place, beating up on Drake May. Steelers win 21-14.
And point blank, the Pats should have won that game. Like, that's insane. Like, again, a fumble in the end zone recovered and an interception in the end zone in the same game like that. Like, that's absolutely insanity. So Indiana Jones, we got the next battle of Indiana Jones, which this is the third one. So what's the one with Sean Connery? That's be the third one.
That's the third one. That's the Quest for Holy Grail.
Is that? I don't think it's named the Quest for the Holy Grail, is it? It was about that. But let's. I gotta look. I gotta look it up now. So, and the Last Crusade. That's what it was.
That's what it's.
The Last Crusade. Yeah. So Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade here. But Colts just absolutely manhandled the Titans, guys. Like, it's absolutely insanity. Daniel Jones, like I said, just really good game again on top of this, with Jonathan Taylor having 3 touchdowns, and Colts just demolished them 41-20. Titans, just like I said, had no shot.
Yeah, JD and TJ or JT both looked great in this game. But up next, you had the good old battle of the Broncos playing the Chargers. Chargers, kind of, what can you say about this here? Chargers have played some good football. It was a fun game to watch, close game, but the Chargers squeak out a win, starting off season 3-0, leading their division. They win 23-20 with Najee Harris leaving this game injured. So does that change how they play against us next week? Well, we shall see.
They got Hampton still, the kid that got from the University of North Carolina in the draft here early on.
Good as well.
Really good. So I honestly, that might actually help them. I think Hampton's probably going to be a better running back than Harris. I've never been a big fan of Harris.
Yeah, he was not. I don't know if he. To say he wasn't utilized properly at Pittsburgh is probably not fair. He just probably wasn't the player that they originally thought they drafted.
Overly utilized.
Yeah.
So
he split the backfield a lot of times.
Okay, I'm sure the Chargers could actually be out of all their running backs and still beat us next week. So I don't think it matters at this point. Next up, we got the Saints, the one team we're hoping to beat against the Seahawks. The Seahawks absolutely destroyed them 44-14, like absolute domination. There's no even talk about the game. It wasn't even close.
Oh, yeah. Oh, let's talk about a close game, though, because you got the Cardinals going into 49ers and Santa Monica over there. And we're talking about nail biter. Talk about another one of those close games right to the very end. At the very beginning of the game, you had James Conner. Got Carter off early. He's going to need ankle surgery, and he's going to be out for the year. For anyone that's going to fancy there, back up the draft up over there. He's pretty good.
Every time Rob mentions fantasy football, we have a shot.
Oh, you guys would be hammered. Listen, fantasy football will keep you the stats around the league. Just saying. If you do DraftKings, it'll also help you make money.
Oh,
just saying. I have Jared Goff as one of my super flex spots tonight. Anyway. Game time at 13 with just 3 minutes left. The Niners get a call for holding in the end zone, which makes safety. Craziness. The Niners get the ball back late, though they hit for a 35-yard field goal. The time expires. They win 16-15. This was just a more defensive battle than anyone thought.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely insane. And by the way, anybody got a chance to watch that game or watch clips of the game, Marvin Harrison Jr. is dropping like easy passes, man.
Yeah.
He definitely got the better receiver of the two between him and Neighbors. That's for damn sure. I thought he'd be a really good player in this league. I'm kind of shocked what's going on there so far.
Let's not forget Mac Jones throwing the ball to him. No, you had Kyle Murray. Mac Jones was throwing the ball though.
Yeah. Yeah, well.
Hi.
Yeah, absolute insanity. Next up, we got the Cowboys at the Bears, and the chance for the Bears to get revenge on Eberflus, who's now the the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys there, and they got their revenge all right. Trayvon Diggs, Kenny Clark, CeeDee Lamb all leave with injuries in this game here, so who knows what's going to happen the rest of the season now for the Cowboys the way things are going. They're probably the one fan base as frustrated as we are. Caleb Williams ends up throwing for 4 touchdowns. So as we said prior to the game last night there, I don't think you can trust anything you saw with the Giants doing a really good offensive job, because Caleb Williams threw 4 touchdowns against them. and didn't even break a nail doing it. So, yeah, Bears 31, Cowboys 14. Absolute insanity.
Talk about another insane game. Yeah, the Vikings hosting the Bengals.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this Aaron Rodgers with which PFF gave him a 99.9% rating at one point in this game.
Yeah.
He had an interception, a fumble, returned for a touchdown. He caused another fumble after that as well. He was just
all of the first half, an interception, pick six, a fumble, returned for a touchdown, and caused another fumble, all in the first half.
Absolutely insanity.
Yeah.
That's the biggest loss of the Bengals had in franchise history. The Vikings put a shellacking at 48 points themselves, pretty much hitting the over.
Yeah.
And the Vikings for 48 and the Bengals for 10.
Can you imagine? Think how bad the Bengals franchise has been for so many years. The biggest loss in franchise history. Like that says a lot with that team.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So that's absolutely insanity. As we lost Rob again there. Where'd you go, Rob? Raiders at the Commanders. We said this was a game that, quite frankly, we didn't want to even tell people to bet on because of the fact that Marcus Mariota may be playing a quarterback. Jaden Daniels may be playing. We weren't sure what was going to happen. Well, looks like what happened is that there we go. What happened is that the Commanders had to go with Mariota, and quite frankly, just didn't matter. So Marcus Mariota still had a good game. Commanders won 41-24. Good game also for Geno Smith, I should say, 3 touchdowns in the game there, but pretty much all the offense they had there. Next up, we got the Falcons at the Panthers. Who would have thought that'd be the blowout of the freaking week here? Panthers 30, Falcons 0. And the Falcons offense just flat out looked absolutely inept. Michael Penix threw 2 picks that led to 14 points, including a pick 6. And it was so bad that literally today the Falcons fired former Giants wide receiver and their wide receiver coach, Ike Hilliard. So interesting. We're talking about people to bring in to maybe to kind of spice things up a little bit for the team there. Ike Hilliard did a good job as a wide receivers coach last year. So, but yeah, that's insanity. Rob is back. He left us. He once was lost and now is found.
Found.
Go for it with the Texans and Jags there.
What a slow, methodical game, but Jaguars. The Jaguars host the Texans in this game.
Brought to you by Sterna.
Yeah, pretty much. The Jags win after a late fumble that turns into a last-second touchdown. Game ends on an interception that was tipped from C.J. Stroud. That offensive line is really struggling.
The whole team is struggling at this point.
But yeah, it is. But the Jags win 17.
They wouldn't struggle if they played us.
They probably look good. But the Jags win 17-10 on this game. It was a close divisional game, but Jags pulled it out.
Yep. And then, of course, last night, the debacle of the week for us here, as the Giants lose to the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football in the home opener, an embarrassing fashion there, 22-9. Yeah, not good, guys. And then, of course, right now we got the Lions and the Ravens playing as we speak here. So it is the fourth quarter. The Lions are currently up 28-21. And yeah, it's a little sad. Look at all teams scoring points, not the Giants. So we'll see what happens there. That game's still ongoing, obviously, so we're not going to pick the winners for that one there. If you want to see the final outcomes, you're just going to have to go ahead and go to the actual final score online since it's not over yet. I'm trying to look at the scoreboard. I don't know what happened here. You're really like color scheme. I had everything gray, white, and everything, so it's nice and simple to read.
Yeah. So Detroit is up right now, 28 to the Ravens 21.
That's what I said. That's what I just said.
I know what you're saying. Just say.
So let's go over the final scores here for Rob and I for the week here, as Rob just absolutely crushed it here. And I got spanked. Actually, to be honest, neither one of us had a good week. This was just an absolute insane week overall. So many upsets and chaos here. So we're 15 games in. So we're not going to count the last one there, since we don't know what's going on there yet. I got 7 straight up wins right. You got 10. In the spread picks here, I only had 5, including a push, and you had not including the pushes today. And you had 6. The over-unders, that's where you freaking crush it this week. 11 of them so far to go, and it's 52.5. So you're not far off. If you got one more score, basically one more touchdown, I should say, you'll get the over in that as well. But that's insanity right there, 11. So kudos to you, man. And then with our trifectas, we got, what happened here? Why is your thing not telling us who won now anymore? It used to. Your totals for the week. What'd you do to my board? I had a lovely board.
What did you do, man?
I didn't do anything. I remember this. I remember the final score. You're now up by 1 point right now. Before the final, we had 81 to 80. Oh, there we go. I don't know what just happened, but it went back. For the week, though, you had 31 points to my 19. I got spanked this week, point blank, and not in the good way.
Drew, that's what you call an ass kicking, not 7 points.
Listen, this is a massacre. This is not. The other part's an ass kicking. I mean, 7 points is still, when you're talking a total of 25 to 32 like last week. That's a pretty sizable victory. 31 to 19 is just embarrassing. So I'm going to stick my head in the sand for until next week, basically. Hopefully things get better for me. Absolute insanity. The crazy thing is, listen, the wins the wins. I'm just looking at the numbers. I'm a numbers person. What you're only really beating me on right now, that's making the big difference, is your over-unders. Because I'm beating you in straight up picks still for the week. I'm sorry, for the year. And I'm beating you with spread picks for the year. But you're crushing me on the over-unders.
That and its
category.
I just also turn it off. So like the trifecta also is what hammers it home.
Yeah, but we're tied on that. We both have 8.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. We're tied.
That's an extra point. If you get a trifecta, if I get 2 points in one game right and you get 3 things right, you get 4 points. Yeah. So that's
the thing. So that's what I'm saying. I got you barely beat. I got you beat by 2 games in the straight up picks, 3 games in the spread picks, but you got me beat by 6 in the over unders. That's where the difference maker is for you there. So
thanks for watching. Like the show? Of course you do, or you would have turned it off by now and not be hearing me. There are plenty of ways to support the show. YouTube is the best place to join us, and we offer memberships there with fun benefits like custom emojis and early access to video clips. Of course, there you can also send super chats and stickers to send one-time support payments. The best way to support the show is to buy these drunk idiots beers at buymeacoffee.com/2giantgoofballs. Along with one-time support payments, there are also monthly plans, so you can continue to help kill their livers each month. You can also show people that you are a goofball by visiting our store at 2giantgoofballs-shop.fourthwall.com. We got everything from shirts, hats, phone cases, funny candles, buttons, stickers, and even a 2 Giant Goofballs towel to dry off your goofballs. Of course, you can always support the show for free by simply hitting the like, subscribe, and share button wherever you are watching or listening to this. Hit the thumbs up on YouTube. Leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. It helps the show tremendously, and quite frankly, the goofballs suck at marketing and need your help to get the word out. Thank you for being part of the Goofball Army and for taking the time out to support the show.
If you like that clip,
then you will love the full episodes too.
Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.